part of the body that cannot re-heal itself. Babies are born with over 300 bones, but by adulthood, some fuse together and leave around 206 bones. I'm gonna just move the iPad over here so I don't have to keep messing about looking over that way. Blinking, the average person blinks between 15 and 20 times per minute. Blood vessels, if laid out end to end, a human's circulatory system would stretch over 60,000 miles. Wow. Your nose, and ears never stop growing throughout your whole life. I did not know that. Human blood is approximately as salty as the ocean. It's got very high salt content, human blood. Your stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve steel. Wow. I can't believe it doesn't dissolve our stomachs then. That's crazy work. Although it's only 2% of your body weight, the brain uses 20% of your body's energy. I guess that's reasonable. You have taste buds not just on your tongue, but also on the roof of your mouth and in your throat. I think people know that one. So, a sneeze can travel at speeds of over 100 miles per hour. The Usain Bolt sneeze. You'll spend an average of 6 years of your life dreaming, whether you remember them or not. That is true. Your skin is your largest organ and completely replaces its cells roughly every 27 days. Wow. Okay, I didn't even think skin was an organ, to be fair, but what else would it be? Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times every day. Fingernails grow nearly 4 times faster than toenails. That's quite good fact, actually. The strongest muscle in the human body relative to its size is the masseter, which is the jaw muscle. Liver regeneration. The liver is the only human organ capable of fully regenerating itself from as little as 25% of its original tissue. Did not know that. I mean, how would it run down to 25% unless you got injured, I guess? That makes sense. The human eye is so sensitive that if the earth was flat, you could see a candle flame flickering 30 miles away. Wow. Brain pain. The brain itself has no pain receptors, so it cannot feel pain. To be fair, I did not know that one, so your brain can't feel any pain. Okay, next section is animals and nature. That was the human body we just finished. An octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood. Wow, 3 hearts is crazy. Must be a lot of blood to pump around. Flamingos are born grey, not pink. They get their colour from eating brine shrimp and algae. Definitely did not know that one. So if a flamingo didn't eat brine shrimp and algae, would it not be pink, or would it just die before it grew up? That's another question. The Turritopsis dorini jellyfish is theoretically immortal, as it can revert to its juvenile polyp stage. Wow, so it's unkillable. Some snails can sleep for up to 3 years. What? Definitely didn't know that. A giraffe's tongue is dark blue / black and can be up to 20 inches long. Whoa. That's a very long tongue. Wombats are the only animals in the world that produce cube-shaped poop. Definitely didn't know that one either, that's crazy. How does that even work, bro? How does that even work? Cows have best friends and experience stress when they're separated. Ants do not have lungs. They breathe through tiny holes called spiracles. Butterflies taste their food using their feet. I actually didn't know that, weirdly. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. Where's his brain then? Sloths can hold their breath underwater for up to 40 minutes, which is longer than dolphins. What? That's crazy. Sharks have been on Earth for over 400 million years, meaning that they are older than trees. Wow. Koala fingerprints are so similar to human ones that they have occasionally confused crime scene investigators. A blue whale's heart is the size of a bumper car. Wow, that's crazy work. That is a very big heart, and what the heck? Kangaroos cannot walk backwards. Crows are highly intelligent and can recognize and remember human faces. Don't be messing with any crows then. Honeybees can recognize human faces and use them to find food sources. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. Wow, I did not know that. Platypuses do not have nipples. They sweat milk from patches on their skin for their young. Son, I did not need to know that, to be honest. Sweating milk is crazy. Elephants are the only mammals that cannot jump. I wonder if any of them have ever tried. That's a lot of weight, to be fair. Now we're into space and astronomy. Fact number 41. A day on Venus is longer than each year. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 to orbit the Sun. Venus is also the only planet in our solar system that rotates clockwise instead of anti-clockwise. The Sun makes up 99.86% of the total mass in our solar system. Astronauts have described the smell of space as a mix of hot metal, diesel fumes, and barbecue. Now, the diesel fumes and hot metal may be coming from the ship, am I right though? Like, I don't know about that one. Barbecue is kind of crazy, that'd be kind of cool to experience. A single teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh about 6 billion tons. Definitely, I'm not going to try and lift that. On Saturn and Jupiter, it is believed to rain diamonds due to extreme atmospheric pressure. Bro, I need to figure out how to get to Saturn or Jupiter. Infinite riches. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters. 3.8 centimeters per year. Saturn is so light that it would float in a giant bathtub of water. Yo, it's like a boat then. Because there is no wind or water to erode them, footprints on the moon will likely stay there for over 100 million transmit sound waves. It takes approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds for light from the sun to reach Earth. There are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand in all the world's beaches, on all the world's beaches, should I say. Scientists discovered a planet called 55 Cancri E that is likely composed largely of diamond. Man, there's a lot of diamond in space. Since its discovery in 1930, Pluto has not yet completed a single orbit around the Sun. It takes 248 years. The Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the Sun. Despite being closest to the Sun, Venus is hotter than Mercury due to its thick, heat-trapping atmosphere. And about 100 tons of space dust fall onto the Earth's surface every single day. Wow, I did not know that one. Now we're on to history and geography. The Anglo-Zanzibar War in 1896 is the shortest in history, lasting only 38 minutes. Sudan has more ancient pyramids than Egypt. I would not have thought that. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Wow. Cleopatra was actually Greek, not Egyptian. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. I feel like I knew that, but maybe not. That's kind of crazy though, seeing as it's not a real animal. Russia has a larger surface area than the entire dwarf planet Pluto, including its overseas territories. France has 12 different time zones, the most of any country. Honestly, I would have thought that was the US, but or like Russia, maybe. I don't even know, man. That's crazy though. The Eiffel Tower can grow up to 6 inches taller in the summer due to the thermal expansion of the iron. Australia is wider than the moon. You cannot sink in the Dead Sea because the salt concentration makes the water extremely dense. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, covering only about 0.2 square miles. I think I knew that one. It is a myth that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. City lights at night are much more prominent. Wow. The Statue of Liberty was originally intended for Egypt to serve as a lighthouse for the Suez Canal. I did not know that one. The Sahara Desert was a lush green grassland with rivers and lakes only 6,000 years ago. I mean, that is quite a while. Antarctica is technically the world's largest desert because it receives very little precipitation. I didn't know that one. The Inca might be butchering that, Empire built over 25,000 miles of roads across the Andes without ever using the wheel. Wow, wait, what? So they built it just for the horses, I'm guessing. That's crazy. 25,000 miles, bro. Iceland is home to the world's oldest surviving parliament, the Althing, established in 930 AD. There is a lake on an island in the Philippines. Wow, that was a mouthful. The water in Niagara Falls never completely freezes because of the sheer volume and speed of the flow. And the Amazon rainforest produces about 20% of the world's oxygen. I did not know that. Now we're on to food and everyday life. I reckon this is the vibe. Honey's longevity. Honey is the only food that never spoils. Edible honey has been found in 3,000-year-old Egyptian tombs. Whoa. I mean, it goes crystallized, but you can just heat it back up, right? And it returns to its liquid form. Bananas and watermelons are botanically berries, but strawberries and raspberries are not. In the 1830s, ketchup was sold in the US as a medicine to treat indigestion. Wow. Apples float in water because they are 25% air. It's like apple pop in that game where you try and get them with your mouth, right? Peanut butter diamonds. Scientists can turn peanut butter into diamonds using extremely high pressure and temperature. Is that even true, bro? What? I mean, they gotta be some mad low quality diamonds because that'd be the most easy money method ever. There's a lot of facts about diamonds in this, right? French fries actually originated in Belgium, not France. Pound cake got its name because the original recipe called for a pound of each of butter, sugar, eggs and flour. Cashew nuts grow on the outside of a fruit called a cashew apple, and their shells contain toxic oil. I didn't know that. Radioactive bananas. Bananas contain potassium-40, making them slightly radioactive. McDonald's once developed bubblegum flavoured broccoli to encourage kids to eat more vegetables. That is some cyberpunk dystopian stuff right there, man. The first food ever eaten in space by an astronaut was applesauce. Japan has the highest density of vending machines with roughly one for every 40 people. I knew they had the highest density of vending machines, to be honest. One for every 40 people is crazy. A single Lego brick can support the weight of the 375,000 other bricks before it cracks. Bro, what? That's insane. One can support the weight of 375,000. Someone tested that. I pray someone's tested that, you know. The tiny pocket in the front of your jeans was originally designed to hold a pocket watch. I just put cash in there, to be honest. That famous new car smell is actually a cocktail of over 200 chemicals outgassing from the interior plastics and glues